Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wrexham Glyndwr University. Please note, during the ceremony, if the fire alarm were to sound in this hall, you'll be invited to remain seated until a brief investigation is carried out to determine if there is an incident. The fire alarm will still sound during this investigation period. If an evacuation is required, you'll be instructed to do so by the relevant marshals. Please follow the instructions given to you at all times. In the event of an evacuation being required, please note the fire exits in this main hall. Wheelchair users and others with mobility issues, please note the fire exit for you to use would be the doors nearest to the stage on your left or any doors on the right. For guests sitting in the balcony of this hall, your fire exits are through main entrance door into the balcony or through the fire exit door at the front of the balcony seating on your right-hand side. For guests sitting in the Nick Whitehead Theatre, your fire exits are through main entrance door into the theatre or through the fire exit door at the front of the theatre to your left-hand side. In the event of an emergency, marshals will direct you to your nearest fire exit and to the relevant fire assembly points. The ceremony itself will start when the band will play the processional music and the procession will enter the hall. At this point, the Chief Marshal will ask you all to stand. Please remain standing until the procession party is on the stage, when the Chief Marshal will advise you to sit. During the ceremony, the use of mobile phones is strictly prohibited, so please ensure all mobile phones are switched off or silent. We ask you all to refrain from talking throughout the ceremony. If you have children in attendance and they become restless, we respectfully request that you take them out of the hall. The ceremony will last approximately an hour to an hour and a half, and we ask that you remain seated as far as possible until the end of the ceremony to minimise disruption or disturbance for others. Please note photographs can be taken during the ceremony, but we kindly ask that you do not obstruct the view of any other guests or the aisles. At the end of the ceremony, the band will play again, and you will be requested to stand while the procession leaves the hall. We would ask the graduates to join the procession as it leaves the hall, followed by their guests, and make your way to the Edward Fluid Centre, where refreshments will be available. Please do not leave the hall until directed to do so by the marshals, to allow the procession time to clear the hall. We would ask that you arrange to meet graduates in the Edward Fluid Centre after the ceremony and not in the main reception. We are delighted to be able to welcome you to the university today. We hope you enjoy the ceremony and your day. Thank you.
Wel, bore da, a croeso i Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam, ac i seremoni raddio y Brifysgol. Y drydedd o 5 seremoni i'w chynnal dros 3 diwrnod. Welcome to Wrexham Glyndwr University and to the university's graduation ceremony, the third of 5 ceremonies to be held over 3 days. Wel, mae yna 2 ran i'r seremoni sy'n cael ei alw yn gynulliad y Brifysgol. Yn rhan gyntaf y cynulliad, byddwn yn derbyn yn gymrodorion anrhydeddus, unigolion a ystyrir yn deilwng o'r anrhydedd yma. Yn ail hanner y seremoni byddwn yn cyflwyno tystysgrifau, diplomau a graddau. There are 2 parts to this ceremony, known as a congregation of the university. In the first part, we will receive as honorary fellows individuals that have been judged worthy of this honour. In the second half of the ceremony, we will be presenting certificates, diplomas and degrees. Wel, mae nawr yn rhoi pleser I mi wahodd Maxine Penlington, cadeirydd bwrdd y Llywodraethwyr, I agor y seremoni y bore yma. It gives me great pleasure to invite Maxine Penlington, Chair of the Board of Governors of Glyndwr University, to open the ceremony.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduands, bore da. I preside over this ceremony on behalf of our Chancellor, Trevor Jones, who sadly is prevented from being with us today on health grounds. He does, though, send his very warm wishes to all of you who are graduating today and his warmest congratulations. And of course, we send him our wishes for a very speedy recovery. For many of you, today's ceremony is the official end of your studies at Wrexham Glyndwr University and is marked by these formal proceedings known as a congregation, followed by informal celebrations in the Edward Llwyd Centre afterwards. The reason for this congregation is so that degrees can be conferred, honorary fellowships awarded, and other business which concerns this university be transacted. Ac felly, gan yr awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y Brifysgol, mae'n bleser mawr gennyf agor y cynulliad hwn o Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam ac I ofyn I broclamasiwn y Prifysgol gael ei ddarllen. And so, by the authority given to me by the university, it gives me great pleasure to open this congregation of Wrexham Glyndwr University and to ask that the university proclamation be read.
Hyder trwy addysg. Bydded hysbys I aelodau'r Brifysgol ac I bawb sydd yn bresennol. Y cynhelir heddiw ar y dyddiad yma, dydd Iau, y cyntaf o Dachwedd 2018, yn nhref Wrecsam, gynulliad awdurdodedig o Brifysgol Glyndwr a Phrifysgol Cymru, I dderbyn yn gymrodorion anrhydeddus, unigolion teilwng, sydd trwy ei gweithredoedd wedi profi ei hunain yn deilwng o barch yn y gymdeithas academaidd. Derbynir i'w gwobrau hefyd unigolion sydd trwy efrydiaeth yn y Brifysgol a thrwy ddisg, medr a dyfalbarhad wedi teilyngu'r cyfryw raddau yn unol ag ordeiniadau'r Brifysgol. Gyda phob gweddi a dymuniad, ar iddynt fwynhau iechyd a hir hoedl, I wasanaethu ei hoes a'i cenedl dan fendith y nef. Yna, dy oleini a gyfyd mewn tywyllwch. Ath dywyllwch a fydd fel hanner dydd. A rhai a fyddant ohono ti a adeiladant yr hen ddiffeithleoedd. Y mae digonedd o air ac o emau, ond geiriau deallus yw'r trysor gwerthfawrocaf. Hyder trwy addysg. Confidence through education. Be it known to members of the university and to all here present that authorised congregations of Wrexham Glyndwr University and the University of Wales are being held here in the town of Wrexham. This day, Thursday, 1st November 2018, to receive as honorary fellows worthy persons who through their actions and deeds have shown themselves to be worthy of the respect of the academic community. In addition, those who have through study at the university and through learning, ability and perseverance been deemed worthy of university awards in accordance with the ordinances of the university will be admitted to their appropriate degrees, in the hope that they may be given health and long life to serve their generation and their country under the blessing of heaven. Then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Mae Owain Glyndwr wedi ein hysbrydoli ni dros y canrifoedd. Tra roedd Shakespeare yn disgrifio'r dyn, roedd y bardd Cymraeg Iolo Goch yn disgrifio ei lys. Gorau Cymro, tro trylew bua'r wlad. Lyn bywer lew, gŵr meingrydd, gorau mangre a ffiau'r llys. Hoff yw'r lle. The spirit of Glyndwr has inspired generations. The Welsh poet Iolo Goch described his court, while Shakespeare spoke of the man. He is a worthy gentleman, exceedingly well read and profited in strange concealments, valiant as a lion and wondrous affable, and as bountiful as mines of India. Wel, mae nawr yn bleser gen I alw ar yr athro Claire Taylor I gyflwyno Alwen Williams am gymrodoriaeth anrhydeddus. It now gives me pleasure to call upon Professor Claire Taylor to present Alwen Williams for an honorary fellowship. Cafodd Alwen ei magu ar y fferm deuluol yng Ngogledd Cymru. Mae'n gyndisgybl Ysgol Dyffryn Conwy Llanrwst ac mae bellach yn gyfarwyddwr BT Cymru sy'n cyflogi bron I 2,000 o bobl. Mae hi'n gweithio'n agos gyda phob rhan o'r sefydliad ac mae'n ymrwymiedig I sicrhau bod BT yn cefnogi llwyddiant a ffyniant Cymru i'r dyfodol. Ar ôl cael ei magu mewn cymuned ffermio, mae hi hefyd yn ymddiddori'n fawr yn y modd y gall technoleg ddigidol gefnogi a datblygu'r diwydiant amaeth. A hithau'n Gymraes, ymunodd Alwen a BT yn 96 fel aelod o'r Biwro Cymraeg y Mae Colwyn. Ar ôl dechrau ei gyrfa gynnar gyda BT mewn gwasanaeth cwsmeriaid a hyfforddiant, aeth Alwen ymlaen i ddatblygu ei gyrfa broffesiynol ym maes cyfarthrebu, marchnata a rheoli newid. Mae rolau blaenorol Alwen yn BT wedi cynnwys gweithio ar ymgyrch farchnata band Llydan Prydain a arweinio ddatgysylltu 1 miliwn o gwsmeriaid band eang ar draws y Deyrnas Unedig yn 2013. Cyn dychwelyd i Gymru, arweiniodd Alwen strategaeth ymgysylltu, cyfathrebu a mabwysiadu busnes, a chynllun ar gyfer rhaglen trawsnewid ADBT, yn effeithio ar ryw 100,000 o weithwyr yn y Deyrnas Unedig ac ar draws 71 o wledydd yn fyd-eang. Ar ôl magu profiad yn ei hugeiniau cynnar, fel gweithredwr cyfarthrebu corffolaethol i gyfarwyddwr BT Cymru, roedd Alwen wrth ei bodd o gael ei phenodi i'r rôl hon ei hun yn mis Medi 2015. Ac mae wedi dod â'i phrofiad yn gweithio ar draws rolau gwahanol yn BT a enillwyd dros gyfnod o 20 mlynedd yn ôl i Gymru. Mae Alwen yn aelod cyffredoledig o Fwrdd Busnes Cymru a Bwrdd Cynghorol Ardal Fenter Glannau Dyfrdwy. Mae'n rhan o Gyngor Ymddeiriedolaeth y Tywysog yng Nghymru ac mae'n aelod etholedig o Gyngor CBI Cymru. Tra roedd yn gweithio i BT, graddiodd Alwen gyda gradd anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf mewn arweinyddiaeth a rheolaeth gan y Brifysgol agored, ac ar hyn o bryd mae'n gweithio tuag at cael ei hachredu fel hyfforddwr gweithredol gydag Ysgol Fusnes Ashridge. Mae Alwen yn cael ei hanrydeddu am ei gwasanaethau i fusnes.
Alwen grew up on the family farm in North Wales, is a former pupil of Ysgol Dyffryn Conwy Llanrwst and is now Director BT Cymru Wales, which employs nearly 3,000 people. She works closely with every part of the organisation and is committed to ensuring that BT fully supports the future success and prosperity of Wales. Having grown up in a farming community, she also takes an active interest in how digital technology can support and develop the agricultural industry. A fluent Welsh speaker, Alwen joined BT in 1996 as a member of the Welsh Language Bureau in Colwyn Bay. After founding her early career with BT in customer service and training, Alwen went on to develop her professional career in communications, marketing, and change management. Alwen's previous roles in BT have included working on the Broadband Britain marketing campaign, which saw 1 million broadband customers across the UK connected in 2013. Just before returning to Wales, Alwen led the engagement, communication and business adoption strategy and plan for BT's HR transformation programme, impacting around 100,000 employees in the UK and across 71 countries globally. After cutting her teeth in her early 20s as corporate communications executive to the director BT Cymru Wales, Alwen was excited to be appointed to this role herself in September 2015 and has brought her experience gained from 20 years working across different roles at BT back to Wales. Alwen is a co-opted member of both the Business Wales Board and the Deeside Enterprise Zone Advisory Board. She sits on the Prince's Trust Wales Council and is an elected member of the CBI Council for Wales. While working for BT, Elwyn graduated with a first-class honours degree in leadership and management from the Open University and is currently working towards accreditation as an executive coach with Ashridge Business School. Elwyn is being honoured for her services to business.
Is-ganghellor. Cyflwynaf I chi Alwen Williams I wanrhydeddu yn gymrawd o Brifysgol Glyndwr.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you Alwyn Williams, for the sake of honour, Fellow of Glyndwr University.
Bore da, good morning. To be here celebrating with you today is a complete privilege for me. In the next few minutes, what I hope is that in sharing just a few insights and stories, you will find something in there that you can take value from. I left school just over 23 years ago, and in January, I will have worked for BT for 23 years. As I was writing this last night, I considered what would I say now to the 18-year-old me if I had the chance. Some of these things I will share with you in the next few minutes. But today is about your celebration and the recognition of your hard work in achieving your degrees. I don't and never will underestimate the work that goes into it, because only 4 years ago, I achieved the same and graduated with a BA Honours in Leadership and Management from the Open University. Today is also about recognising those in the room with us today, not only those who shared their knowledge and guided you through your academic journey, but also, you know who you are, those who supported us, believed in us, pushed us to keep going when it all felt too hard. Today is also for you, so thank you. The first thing I'd say to my younger self is keep learning. After a career of almost 23 years, one of my biggest reflections is that you never actually stop learning. In fact, if you feel that you have stopped learning, it's time to move on. Like Einstein said, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Never doubt your ability to do anything you want. If you don't know how just now, you can learn. The next thing I'd say is don't be fazed or scared by your mistakes. Einstein also said, a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. So how boring would life be if we never tried new things? This is how you carry on learning, starting today and for the rest of your lives. Some of your biggest failures will lead you to your biggest successes. Be a weeble that wobbles, but never falls down. You're probably too young, some of you, to remember weebles, but you can Google it. The things I believed at the time to be real catastrophic events or decisions in my career have provided me with a learning and built my resilience to achieve what I have today. In the middle of those really difficult times, you can become your best self. Dust yourself off and find or make the opportunity that moves you forward. Finally, I'd say, figure out what motivates you and tackle your fears head on. I learned something new about myself only a few years ago. Back in the 1970s, an academic called T.B. Kaler identified 5 drivers that motivate people. These drivers are born and exist in our subconscious. The 5 drivers are: be perfect, be strong, hurry up, please others, and try hard. When you identify which of these drivers motivate you the most, you can start to understand how high-pressure situations can lead you to unnecessary and often purely self-inflicted stress and anxiety. For example, I found out that my 2 dominant drivers are hurry up and try hard. I naturally lean towards these more. I can't really explain why, but research does show us that these drivers develop in people at an early age. So our parents and teachers are known to be key influencers. What's even more interesting is that your motivation is developed in order to help you deal with some of your biggest challenges and fears. In my case, try hard is a strong motivator that challenges one of my biggest fears, which is both a fear of failure, but also a fear of success. And hurry up is known to be a motivator that challenges the unknowns of just life. So I would have said to my younger self, sometimes just take a moment and step back. Don't allow your dominant motivational drivers to become destructive, sometimes dangerous, and bring out the worst in you. I still have to catch myself out on this. I think my husband would agree. Accepting that on time and doing my best is more often than not good enough. To summarize, I'd say keep learning. Don't be scared to make mistakes. Learn from them and move on. Figure out what motivates you and gives you energy, but don't allow these to become overpowering. Be kind to yourselves. You are all at a very exciting phase in your lives, and you have so many choices and decisions to make about the next step in your journey. Before finishing and wishing you the very best day of celebration ahead, I'll finish with another quote from a book I've read many times. The book is called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and the quote goes, "There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve, the fear of failure. So dream big for your future. You can make those dreams come true. Thank you."
Mae nawr yn rhoi pleser mawr I mi alw ar Jacqueline Hughes Lundy I gyflwyno Menna Fitzpatrick MBE am gymrodoriaeth anrhydeddus. It now gives me pleasure to call upon Jacqueline Hughes Lundy to present Menna Fitzpatrick MBE for an honorary fellowship. Mae Menna yn sgiwr Paralympaidd 20 oed o Gymru yn nhîm Prydain Fawr. Mae ganddi lai na 500 o'i golwg, a chaiff ei harwain I lawr y mynydd gan ei thywysydd, Jennifer Kehoe. Hi oedd yr enillydd cyntaf o Brydain mewn hanes I ennill cwpan byd y pwyllgol Paralympaidd rhyngwladol yn Asben, ar gyfer y rheini sydd â nam ar y golwg yn 2015-16. Ym mis Mawrth 2017, enillodd Menna 2 fedal aur yn y digwyddiadau slalom a slalom fawr yn Ffrainc, yn ogystal â chystadlu yn Chile, Norwy a'r Almaen, cyn cymryd rhan yn ei gemau Paralympaidd gyntaf yn Ne Corea yn 2018. Yno, gwnaeth hanes Paralympaidd trwy fod y medalydd o Brydain a gafodd y nifer fwyaf o fedalau yng ngemau Paralympaidd y Gaeaf, gan ennill 4 medal o blith cyfanswm o 7. 1 aur, 2 arian ac 1 efydd. mai dim ond yn ddiweddar mae Menna wedi dechrau cystadlu, mae hi wedi dod yn bencampwr rhyngwladol ac wedi gwneud hanes Paralympaidd mewn dim o dro. Cafodd hi MBE yn dilyn ei llwyddiant yn y gemau hyn. Mae hi'n hyfforddi ymhedwar ban byd, ond pan mae hi adref, mae'n ymweld ag ysgolion ac unedau'r Brownies mwyn rhoi sgyrsiau yn rhad ac am ddim am ymwybyddiaeth o anableddau ac i'w hannog i wneud beth bynnag sy'n ei gwneud yn hapus, fel na fyddant yn teimlo'n gyfyngedig. Mae hi hefyd yn ymweld â phlant eraill sydd â nam ar y cliw ac yn mynd â'i medalau a'i tlysau fel eu bod nhw'n gallu cyffwrdd â nhw a'i hysbrydoli. Mae hi wir yn ysbrydoliaeth i bawb. Yn 2017, dyfarnwyd teitl Gwobr Merch Ifanc Ysbrydoledig iddi, ac mae hi wedi cael ei henwebu am Wobr Personoliaeth y Flwyddyn Sky Sports. Mae Menna yn cael ei hanrydeddu am ei gwasanaethau i ymwybyddiaeth o anableddau a chwaraeon.
Menna is a 20-year-old Welsh Paralympic skier in Team GB. She has less than 5% vision and is guided down the mountain by her guide Jennifer Kehoe. She was the first British winner in history to win the International Paralympic Committee World Cup in Aspen for the visually impaired in 2015-16 season. In March 2017, Menna won 2 gold medals at the slalom and giant slalom events in France and competed in Chile, Norway and Germany before taking part in her first Paralympics in South Korea in 2018. There, she made Paralympian history by becoming the most decorated British medalist at the Winter Paralympian Games, securing 4 medals out of 7. 1 gold, 2 silver, 1 bronze. Although Menna has only recently started competing, she has become a world champion and a Paralympian history maker in a short space of time. Menna was awarded an MBE following her success at these games. She trains around the world for most of the year. When she is at home, she visits schools and Brownie units to give talks for free on disability awareness and encourage them to do whatever makes them happy and not feel restricted. She also visits other visually impaired children and takes her medals and trophies so that they can feel them and feel inspired. She is truly an inspiration to all those she meets. In 2017, she was awarded the Inspiring Young Woman Award title and has been nominated for Sky Sports Personality of the Year. Menna is being honoured for her services to disability awareness and sport.
Isganghellor. Cyflwynaf i chi Menna Fitzpatrick MBE i'w anrhydeddu yn gymrawd o Brifysgol Glyndwr.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you Menna Fitzpatrick MBE for the sake of honour, Fellow of Glyndwr University.
Hello. I first want to say congratulations to everyone who is graduating here today, and how proud I am to be a Welsh girl. I also just wanted to say that the hard work starts from here, but if you find something that you're passionate and that you love, it will never feel as hard as you think it is. And just go out there and have some fun. Life is there to have enjoyment and friends and have fun in everything you do, because that's what I do. So I really encourage everyone to do that. So, diolch yn fawr.
Bydded hysbys i aelodau'r Brifysgol ac i bawb sydd yn bresennol fod y Brifysgol wedi rhoddi'r awdurdod i'r athro Maria Hinfela i dderbyn i'w graddau fyfyrwyr Prifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam a enillodd raddau yn unol â rheolau'r Brifysgol. Gwelir enwau'r rhai y gellir ei derbyn i'w graddau yn y cynulliad hwn yn yr rhestr printiedig sydd wedi ei ddosbarthu. Let it be known to members of the university and to all who are present that the university has granted authority to Professor Maria Hinfela to admit to their degrees students of Wrexham Glyndwr University who have qualified for degrees according to the regulations of the university. The names of those who may be admitted to their degrees in this congregation are to be seen on the printed lists that have been distributed. Anrhydeddus is-ganghellor. Cyflwynaf i chi y myfyrwyr hyn o Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam i'w graddau, diplomau a'i tystysgrifau priodol. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present you these students from Wrexham Glyndwr University to their respective certificates, diplomas and degrees. Diploma Addysg Uwch. Diploma of Higher Education.
Stacey Ruzovich, Tiffany Elliott, Sandra Forkin. Lisa Jones, Wendy Knight-Gregson, Catherine Matheson. Lauren Otu Serabor, Paula Reynolds, Lisa Roberts, Julie Wellesby. Tracy Williams, Danielle Hayes.
Diploma i raddedigion. Graduate Diploma.
Sian Bellis, Leo Griffiths. Nina Owens, Leah Roberts, Sharon Williams.
gradd sylfaen yn y celfyddydau. Foundation degree in arts.
Chelsea Edwards, Joanne Pierce, Sophie Roberts. Shannon Williams, Joanne Wilton, Amy Bevan-Smith. Leslie Boddy, Sarah Doricott, Jane Edwards. Stephen Ellis, Gina Elston, Catherine Sheehan-Jones.
Baglor yn y celfyddydau. Bachelor of Arts.
Alicia Mackenzie.
Baglor yn y celfyddydau anrhydedd. Bachelor of Arts, Honours.
Melissa Ambler, Tegan Briley-Solis, Joshua Brown, Laura Crofts. Louise Evan Kirk, Katarzyna Gaczynska, Luisa Goncalves Rosado, Rebecca Holmes. Jack Hughes, Charlotte Jones, Zoe Little-Sharp, Nicola Martin-Jones. Lydia Munawa, Bailey Phillips, Arcadius Pindle, Kimberly Powell. Heidi Rawson, Lorna Roberts, Rhiann Rogers, Helen Stead. Rebecca Stevens-Wood, Agnieszka Trekli-Kleb, Jacob Whitley, Leanne Whitley. Dana Williams, Bethany Wynne Richardson, Zoe Kakikla Misaktu. Holly Darlington, Dawn Evans, Claire Finch.
Enillydd gwobr Emmett Roberts, winner of the Emmett Roberts Award.
Emma Goff.
Parhau gyda'r gwobrau baglor yn y celfyddydau anrhydedd, continuing with the Bachelor of Arts Honours Awards.
Gareth Hardy, Lois Heaney, Jessica Heap, Carrie Hicks. Georgina Howlett, Caris James, Catherine Johnson, Geraint Jones. Lauren Jones, Rain Mackenzie, Rachel Owen, Michael Owens. Paul Prince, Laura Quirk, Claire Richardson-Smith, Lucinda Roberts. Emma Spires, Claire Trevor, Sarah Turner-Roberts, Leanne Weir. Keris Wood, Lisa Hall, David Watson, Lauren Grundy. Lisa Marie Mackenzie, Lindsay Providence, Niall Rooney, Molly Swatton. Shawnee Thomas, Tracy Thomas, Katie Williams.
Wel, cyn i'r is-ganghellor anerch y cynulliad, fe gawn yn awr berfformiad cerddorol byr gan ensemble pres graddio Prifysgol Glyndwr, sydd yn gysylltiedig â cerddorfa Symffoni Wrecsam. Mae Glyndwr yn gartref swyddogol i'r gerddorfa. Before the Vice-Chancellor's address, we will now have a short musical performance from the Glyndwr University Graduation Brass Ensemble, who are affiliated to the Wrexham Symphony Orchestra, the orchestra in residence here at the William Aston Hall. We would appreciate if you could remain seated during this performance. Hoffwn yn awr wahodd yr is-ganghellor I roi ei hanherchiad. I would now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor to give her address.
Chair, graduating students, parents, spouses, friends, colleagues, honoured guests, honorary fellows, members of the Board of Governors, ladies and gentlemen. Bore da. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you most warmly to today's award ceremony at Wrexham Glyndwr University, on what is a very special day for everyone assembled today. Whether you are here in person or watching the live stream, the cameras and the spotlight will be focusing on our graduating students, and you will be beamed across the World Wide Web. You are the stars of the show, and you all look fantastic. Bendigedig, as they say in Welsh. In fact, you can watch the whole show again on YouTube afterwards, if you wish. Gaining a university degree is one of the highest personal achievements, a test of stamina, commitment, intellectual rigor and ability, and you should be proud of how far you've come. You've worked hard, and you have embraced the opportunity of a university education. On behalf of all the staff and the governors of the university, I'd like to say congratulations, Glyndwr, and well done. I am delighted at the chance to address you, to shake your hand, and to meet everybody informally afterwards. Obtaining a degree isn't easy. It isn't supposed to be. It takes dedication and application. There is definitely no luck entering into it, but it's worth it. Unlike many other commodities, qualifications retain their value for a lifetime. As you might know, you are part of a historical milestone for us, because this year we celebrate our 10th anniversary since gaining university status. So this surely makes you, the 2018 graduating cohort, a good vintage year. I've worked in education in various parts of Europe, including the UK, for my entire career. I've always found it incredibly rewarding to see my graduates do well. That's why I think education is among the best sectors to work in. At Wrexham Glyndwr University, we often ask our students what their expectations are and what they hope to do when they graduate. And we also invite alumni to stay in touch and tell us how they're getting on. I'm now going to give you some marvelous examples from across the university, which we've captured on some of our website pages with the permission of the individuals, of course. In fact, you might recognize some of the stories. So here goes. First, a snapshot of how some of our current students have answered one question we asked them: what do you hope to do when you graduate? Adam said, I'm hoping to get more experience within the hospitality industry before starting my own business and put my skills and knowledge into action. Claire told us, when I leave the university, I'd like to work in a private clinic, specializing in the treatment of athletes. David said, I want to continue to develop my career and knowledge as an electrical engineer within my company in Wrexham. From Elizabeth, we heard, I would like to continue writing stories and poetry. My main ambition is to have a book published. Next, we heard from Katie. My dream job, having studied criminology, would be to work for the police as a civil investigator. Jose told us, being part of a team that designs inventions that fly through the sky or invent a satellite to navigate the universe would be a dream. Shauna shared with us, I would like to set up my own education centre or a farm for children and adults to help improve awareness of animal welfare. Matthew said, when I graduate, I hope to work in A&E or on a cardiology ward. Leanne said, my ambition is to apply my studies to Formula One motor racing. Continuing on the theme of sport, Alex said, I want to be a performance analyst and to have my own business, providing strength and conditioning support to football and rugby players. There is evidence that students may change their minds as they go through their studies. For instance, Emma, who said, before coming to Wrexham Glyndwr University, I thought I wanted to work in video, but the past few months have made me want to work in PR and marketing instead. And often, our mature students want to equip themselves with a degree to progress at their current workplace, as my final two examples will show. Nathan said he wanted to continue working at Tata Steel and become a chartered engineer. And Rachel stated she wanted to continue as a practicing ceramicist with a more skilled approach to her work, selling and exhibiting through galleries and shows. You can glean from all those examples what incredible richness and diversity we have in our subject areas and amongst our student population. But then, of course, you'll be asking yourself, what will become of those marvellous plans and ambitions which our students have shared with us? Are they realistic? As we know, best laid plans and intentions don't always come to fruition. But actually, for very many of our graduates, their ambitions do get fulfilled. Like other universities, we gather the data, and we know that practically all our students go on to find employment or go on into further study. We also know that more than 2/3 stay in their region to work, so they contribute to the local economy and the community. But what is especially interesting is to hear a little more about the stories behind those statistics. And again, I'd like to give you a cross-section of these stories. So here goes. Elliot graduated in 2016 with a degree in consumer psychology and marketing. He is now a research scientist with the company Dyson, helping to improve product designs through working with consumer panels. Alice, who graduated in 2013, now successfully runs her own business called Giggles and Games. Darren did our part-time executive MBA in 2015, and he is now a financial controller with Hoyer Lens UK. Mandy completed her graphic design course with us in 1991 and says, "I've had a varied and interesting career working for graphics agencies and local government." Simon did the BA in illustrations in the early 2000s and is now another one who set up his own business, creating beautiful wooden sculptures with a chainsaw. Lawrence did a business degree followed by a PGCE here with us, and he is now a business lecturer at Coleg Cambria. Caitlin completed equine science in 2015 and reports, "I have my own business called Equinology, which provides a training service to owners of horses with behavioral problems." Richard graduated with a BSc in Occupational Health and Safety about 10 years ago. He is now a senior health and safety manager, taking responsibility for Formula E driving championships in cities around the globe. Lee got his degree in 2014, and he is now a qualified occupational therapist in a mental health setting. Liam, like many others, completed 2 qualifications with us, a BSc in computing followed by an MBA. He says, "I'm the managing director of a company that turns over £20 million each year and offers ICT solutions to several flagship companies, including Barclays Bank." Devon did a BEng in aeronautical engineering, and she is now the project leader on the A380 program team at Airbus. Mahdi completed a PhD in computing and was then appointed assistant professor at AMA International University in Bahrain. And finally, there's the example of Rhys, who did his BEng in 1996 and became a senior executive with Crossrail, delivering a multi-billion-pound new railway system for London and the South East. He became an honorary fellow with us at the university last year. Isn't it wonderful to hear all those wonderful examples? They're so inspiring. I'm sure you would agree that where many of our graduates have ended up in life and in their later careers is every bit as exciting as the hopes and aspirations of some of our current students, which we heard about earlier. This proves that no ambition is set too high. You should never underestimate what you're capable of. As Colin Jackson, another honorary fellow and good friend of the university, put it in 2016 when he accepted his fellowship, "Dare to dream." As we celebrate your achievements today, it's important to remember all those who made your success possible. This includes, of course, your friends here at the university who enjoyed your company. It includes academic staff, technicians, professional services who've helped you and supported you through your time here. Equally, our thanks include the Students' Union, who looked after your interests here and gently persuaded many of you to be course reps, bringing the student voice to every level of the university. It's also important for us to remember those who helped to get you here in the first place. Teachers at your schools, perhaps, your employers who supported you time-wise or financially. And, of course, first and foremost, those on the home front. No matter how much individual talent you've got, very few people can thrive unless they have a supportive environment around them. People who let you get on with your studies, who shouldered some of your responsibilities and who lent a listening ear when you needed one. Those people deserve your thanks today, as you couldn't have managed without them. So on your behalf, I would like to thank them all. So let's now see and hear how much you have appreciated them. Could I ask all the graduates to please stand up? Turn around, face your home front, and give them whatever you want to show your appreciation. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. That was the best one yet this week. Finally, to round off, I hope you will look back at your time here with great affection as a rewarding experience. Armed with a qualification, you will now leave us with the ability to grasp your future positively, for yourselves, your family and friends, your colleagues in the workplace, and for your communities. You will be able to contribute actively to society, much in the same way that we as a university have our responsibility towards our students and towards our society, which we take very seriously indeed. I wish you every success in your future career, and I look forward to hearing your stories sometime. As I said at the beginning, there's nothing more rewarding than discovering how much an education at a university can bring to people and what impact it can have. Who knows, I might be able to tell your story in a graduation in future years. Today, though, is about enjoying the moment. Have a lovely celebration later on. You deserve it. And for the future, I wish you pob luck, iechyd a hapus roid da. Good luck, good health, and happiness. Diolch. Thank you.
Anrhydeddus Is-Ganghellor. Cyflwynaf i chi y myfyrwyr hyn o Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam i'w graddau diplomau a'i tystysgrifau priodol. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present you these students from Wrexham Glyndwr University to their respective certificates, diplomas and degrees. Baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth anrhydedd. Bachelor of Science, Honours.
Sally Hillier, Julie Ralphs, Tracy Rowland Kay. Nadine Tallis, Christopher Warwick, Paula Lee. Louise Edwards, Rachel Harrington, Brian Jauncey, Chloe Jones. Aisha Millington, Shauna Farrell, Lisa Formby. Caroline Hamilton, Maria Higgins, Tracy Kempson, Melissa Murray. Justine Patty, Ross Sinnott, Monica Zagaya, Ruth Bond. Rachel Bradley, Kate Coleman, Margaret Ellis, Tracy Jones. Claire Matthias Scott, Angela Plunkett, Cheryl Thomas. Claire Wilson, Helen Yarnold, Julie Anderson, Samantha Evans. Sophie Gunnion, Lisa Howson, Sophie Ingham, Christine Jones. Fiona Jones, Helen Jones, Nikki Jones, Charlotte Kennymore.
Enillydd gwobr ymchwil therapi galwedigaethol, winner of the Occupational Therapy Research Award.
Lindsay Kernahan Lester.
Enillydd gwobr Alex Rouse, winner of the Alex Rouse Award.
Caris Prandl.
Parhau gyda'r gwobrau baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth anrhydedd, continuing with the Bachelor of Science Honours Awards.
Grace McKenna, Fionn Owen, Zoe Price, Shalene Southern. Katie Vanaker, Tracy Wynne, Deborah Cope, Esther Land. Ellen McCann, Anne Walker.
Diploma uwchraddedig, postgraduate diploma.
Larry Jones, Lowry Connick, Elizabeth Humphreys, Rachel Ingram. Sarah Jones, Elizabeth Martin, Nerys Owen, Linda Pritchard. Gwen Roberts, Gemma Wileman, Jessica Williams, Gemma Cowley. Kerry Edwards, Shirley Jones, Catherine Varty. Fionn Watson, Heather Williams, Beth Ann Jones, Kathleen Pugh.
Meistr yn y celfyddydau, Master of Arts.
Emily Cutty, Laura Wolfe-Parry.
Meistr ymchwil, Master of Research.
Lucy Trent.
Meistr mewn gwyddoniaeth, Master of Science.
Michelle Cole, John Davis, Sian Hall, Christopher Holway. Katie Hughes, Stephen Jones, Nicola Joyce, Brenda Lewis. Martin Lisson, Carly Nuttall, Rose Oliver, Robert Owen. Shirley Pickstock, Kerry Roberts, Joanne Whitby, Lauren Porter. Nicola Anderton, Sarah Jones, Llyn Luce, Hannah Meakin, Jennifer Atkinson.
Doethyr yn y gwyddorau iechyd. Teitl y thesis, Astudiaeth damcaniaeth seiliedig sy'n archwilio canfyddiadau defnyddwyr gofal iechyd a nyrsys o ofalu. Doctor of Health Studies. Thesis title, A Grounded Theory Study Exploring Healthcare Consumers as Nurses and Nurses' Perceptions of Caring.
Tracy Ross.
Doethyr mewn iechyd cyhoeddus. Teitl y thesis, Bwrw cyfnod. Astudiaeth ansoddol sy'n archwilio defnydd amser oedolion sydd mewn perygl o ail droseddu yng Nghymru a Lloegr. Doctor of Public Health. Thesis title, Doing Time. A qualitative study exploring the time use of adults at risk of re-offending in England and Wales.
Nicholas Hardy.
Doethyr mewn athroniaeth. Teitl y thesis, Effaith gwneud I bobl a chlefyd niwronau echdygol, dull astudiaeth achos. Doctor of Philosophy. Thesis title, The Impact of Doing for People with Motor Neuron Disease, a Case Study Approach.
Helen Carey.
Doethyr mewn athroniaeth. Teitl y thesis, Ymchwiliad naratif I ymarfer ymwelwyr iechyd. Doctor of Philosophy. Thesis title, A Narrative Inquiry into Health Visiting Practice.
Faith Muir.
We now come to the most formal part of the ceremony. It's the point at which we confer the degrees or other awards on you and you become graduates. At some of the older universities in England, this would typically be done in Latin. In the newer universities in England, it would be done in English. So here in Wales, we're going to do it in Welsh. The orator will ask me to confer the degrees and all their privileges on you, which I do. She will then ask me to do the same for those who can't make it today and will be conferred in absentia. May I therefore ask you to stand up again, please, and face me this time.
Anrhydeddus is-ganghellor, cymeradwyaf I chi dderbyn y myfyrwyr hynny i'w gwobrau ac I holl freintiau'r graddau hyn.
Twy awdurdod y brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi, derbyniaf chwir gwobrau ac I holl freintiau'r gwobrau hyn.
Anrhydeddus is-ganghellor, cymeradwyaf I chi dderbyn yn ei habsenoldeb y myfyrwyr hynny a enwyd yn rhannau priodol y rhaglen i'w gwobrau ac I holl freintiau'r graddau hyn.
Twy awdurdod y brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi, derbyniaf y chrau anydwyd yn ei habsenoldeb i'w gwobrau ac I holl freintiau'r gwobrau hyn. That's it. You have your degrees. Congratulations.
Wel, hoffwn yn awr ofyn I gadeirydd bwrdd llywodraethwyr y brifysgol I gau y cynulliad y bore yma. I would now like to invite the Chair of the Board of Governors to close the congregations.
Fynyddigion a bonyddigesau, ladies and gentlemen. Hoffwn o'ch chwanegu fy llongyfarchiadau personol i'r aeris ganchellio a brifysgol. I would like to add my personal congratulations to those of the Vice-Chancellor and of the University. The granting of an academic award brings with it privileges and responsibilities. Through your hard work and diligence, you have joined a distinguished society of scholars, and we are proud of you all. Rwyf yn cain ffurfiol gynulliadau Prifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam a Prifysgol Cymru. I formally close the congregation of Wrecsam Glyndwr University and the University of Wales.
Wel, gyfeillion, dyna ddiwedd ein seremoni am y bore yma. Cynhelir cynulliad nesaf Prifysgol Glyndwr y prynhawn yma. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this morning's graduation ceremony. The next congregation of Glyndwr University will be held this afternoon. Wel, gai ofyn I chi gyd I sefyll os gwelwch yn dda, hyd nesir o'r ymdaith gan gynnwys y graddedigion newydd adael y neuadd. May I ask you all to stand and remain standing until the procession and the new graduates have left the hall. Diolch yn fawr iawn I chi. Thank you.